DreamHack Open is brought to you by Astro, Monster Energy, Corsair, Hacks, and GGBet.
Spain was the world's third most popular tourist destination in 2013 and is also a country of fiestas with hundreds of festivals taking place throughout the year. Well, and you know what? Spain's Christmas lottery has the biggest payout. Did you know that, Chad? I didn't think you did. The Spanish national football team topped the FIFA World Rankings for 5 consecutive years, almost as long as the Virtus Pro roster stayed alive. Unfortunately, they didn't stay alive that long in this tournament. Now we have a special little segment here, and I'm going to go ahead and say hello to my friends at the desk.
Hello. Hi.
Chad, and as I say or sing this.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
You ready?
I've been ready for this. I've been practicing my whole life.
When I dance, they call me Macarena.
Oh, wait, but it's in the chorus.
Oh,
I don't think, because I don't know where this all comes.
You just do it the whole time. Blair's not having it. I'm not having it anymore, but
you jump.
Chad is,
and then you have to shake your ass.
Yes. Chad is really enthused by the Macarena. He probably woke up this morning, turned it on, and did it in the shower. Who really knows? But only time will tell if he will tweet that later on today.
Me in the shower doing the Macarena?
Yes.
I don't have a selfie stick or a tripod.
How about North versus Ego doing the Macarena over that?
I reckon they have tripods and selfie sticks.
Both.
Yeah, both. Very likely that this matchup right here could be a banger. I think with the styles that both these teams have come into this tournament with, and the fact that North do have a stand-in, could be an interesting game. But this path here is not expected. I think we were expecting, Ego or North to be one of the first teams going straight through to those semi-finals. However, Heroic surprised with some fantastic Counter-Strike, and earlier today we did see Ego looking a much better version of themselves as they knocked Giants, the hometown heroes, out of the tournament. And thus, we're left with I guess a game that one team is going to be extremely disappointed.
Yeah, it's going to be a banger of a game, right? Pretty closely matched up, and it's kind of unfortunate. Again, credit to Heroic. They played phenomenal Counter-Strike yesterday, but yeah, one of these guys is going to have to go home, and we're here to talk about it, basically.
And to talk about it, we will do that. We're going to start talking about North first.
Okay, I can do that.
One of the teams, along with G2, along with a Heroic, along with perhaps even a Luminosity, we thought, like, hey, these teams, they got the easy path. They're going to go straight through the semis, and then perhaps one of them wins the whole thing. But North, a team fighting from the lower bracket now, on the back of a loss yesterday.
Don't adjust your television sets. Everything is as it should be. Mixwell is, in fact, standing in for North. They booted Mertz. We don't know why. He's no longer part of the roster. They've added Mixwell in for this event. I assume because he lives here, makes it easy travel-wise, no dramas there, and he's a very well-rounded hybrid-type player that can fit this North roster fantastically. Now, what we have seen thus far is the team play with their structure and merely fit Mixwell in. Say, hey, buddy, this is what we need you to go do, and you just go do it however you want. We saw that on Inferno earlier in the tournament. Didn't work out so well there, though.
Let's work out the veto. This is a best of 3. That is what separates yesterday from today, and of course, this is an elimination match, so it will be played across probably, I'm going to say this one maybe goes the distance. It just depends what version of either of these teams show up today.
I'm really surprised to see Ego ban Nuke, right? Even if it's not a map that they like, even if it's not a map that they want to play, that's not a map, if you're North, that you'll be picking with the stand-in of Mixwell, right? That's not a map that you will be leaning towards at all. See Overpass coming out from them. We did see them have a better showing on that earlier in, today. They came out all guns blazing. They were looking very aggressive against the Giants roster, no respect given. And then was the second map Inferno?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So with the second map being Inferno, that's one where we will see Mixwell over towards that B-bomb site with the solo AWP. That's where we will see him over towards Arch side, and then the rest of the team from North can just pivot off MSL's calls. The T side is where it gets a little bit trickier. This is where players like AZ need to step up and give us some crazy individual performances and rounds like we saw come out yesterday. That pistol ace has to be definitely in the top 5 of all
Insanity.
CS pistol aces ever.
It was pretty wild. I'll give it that. That was, especially the last kill on the guy in the smoke, was just a little...
I think it was fading.
Let's
pretend it was
You
fading.
could have seen him on the radar as well.
Yeah, that's another possibility because CS:GO, you know.
It's a CS:GO thing. I'm a little surprised Ego didn't pick Train, to be very honest. I think they're pretty darn good on that map. It is a third map. It is a deciding map, of course, but they could have potentially gone for that. I think they would have been more comfortable on it compared to North.
Yeah, I think, you know, having the fact of the matter is having Mixwell come in, he can slot into the structure very well. If you think about him historically as a player and teams that he played for, they were all playmaker teams. When Optic were at the top of their performance, it was basically everybody making a play every round, you know, it wasn't too much structure.
They still had practice though, and these guys have barely played at all.
That's true. And they have to speak English at this point. Now, that's not something too difficult for the Danes or Mixwellers, all of which have, you know, very, very good at English based off of their previous teams and countries that they do live in. That shouldn't even be a problem by any means. Maybe in a couple of the tighter communicative situations may fall apart.
Cool word, Chad.
Yeah, thanks. I've been reading it. I'm not even.
I
was doing well.
You almost nailed it.
I was doing well.
Which is a problem, right? Like if you're facing against the Giants, like even if you won't really have the scenarios where the comms will, you know, might get a little tricky. But you're facing against Ego, who have looked pretty sharp today. They're looking pretty sharp, and when the pressure is on, that's a problem. You know, why might they ignore Mixwell? We've seen this happen with some teams, right? Like Tyloo, for example.
Of course, Ego, the current best team in Poland. I'm just going to say it right out front. It is what it is. They are here fighting for the tournament, and, well, the others are gone.
This may be something to come in conversation if they do lose this match, or maybe when they get knocked out of this tournament. But if VP continue going the way the direction that they're going, and Ego, you know, can stay hovering around that position, and Kingwood in the mix as well, after the major in September, we're probably going to see a big roster shuffle within that region. I think that would make sense, and I think they could be a really good Polish team to come out of that. But this man having a drink of coffee on your screen right here, Gruby, in that earlier series they had today, I think he was my most impactful player. A lot of the plays that he was making, especially on that second map, he was getting a lot done. And you can see, based off the interview that we had, that these guys want to play looser. They're not playing as strict. They're not playing by all their protocols, all the systems that have been put in place. They're allowing their individuals to be much more aggressive and go for a lot more risks, which in a game against North, who are also going to be very loose, it's just going to be fireworks, I think.
That's the thing. Like, if they're facing off against North with Mertz, I think it would have been a little bit more different playstyle, so to speak, right? But now with Mixwell coming in, of course, it's going to be a little bit more loser playstyle. Tao, he seemed a little worried in the interview after they won. Like, he seemed a little nervous, a little pressurized, a little, you know.
I guess having to do it in English, it's always a tough task. It was always a tough goal.
The terminology, I believe, is squeaky bum time. Is one coined by Moses, I think.
Yeah, we try not to use any terms Jason's come up with. The only one that he has good is chip damage. The rest of his a bit lackluster. But this man on your screen as well, Snatchy on that Inferno game towards the CT side once they made the adjustment. He was poking and prodding with that AWP over towards the A bomb site. I thought he did a really good job at disrupting anything Giants were able to throw at them late in that piece. And obviously, if we think back to Starlighter, he was one of those guys who did have a huge impact.
Head-to-head, AZ and Gruby. Now, guys, I think we should do this a little bit differently.
Okay.
Blay, you talk to me about Gruby, and Chad, give me AZ.
Okay, well, the reason that AZ here is to play to watch is based on his performance yesterday. He's been having a lot more impact. He had lots of clutches yesterday, lots of impact frags. He had that crazy ace of the pistol round. If he continue that form, that's good signs for AZ and the Danish squad going forward.
Yeah, and for Gruby, right? I mean, he was like the primary, the impact player, like Chad just mentioned, like a couple of minutes back. And yeah, the kills might be a little disproportionate because they did have a game earlier today, right? So, but overall, not just that, he also can be the secondary caller for Ego. He was calling primarily for them for a couple of months before Tao took over. So yeah.
So, yeah, Twitch chat, I'm going to ask you one more time, and I'm not even going to be nice about it this time. You better be in there, and you better be voting. Better use !NOR or !AGO. Don't get it confused for a go. It's actually a go. It's not an acronym. I've been corrected multiple times that it is not an acronym. It's a go.
A go. It doesn't sound as nice as AGO, does it?
AGO sounds so much like smooth, cool.
Yeah. AGO's got like a nice flow to it.
I guess it's because we're used to saying things like NIP, for example.
Yep.
You know?
Nip.
Yeah.
SK. Well, we don't really say that anymore.
No, we don't. Rest in pepperonis.
Rest in pepperonis. Kind of like these betting odds from GG.bet. Blay, walk me through the numbers, bud.
This is a little surprising for me because let's be honest, right? North are playing with a stand-in.
Exactly.
And Ego have always challenged North. We've seen them play against each other multiple times in the previous DreamHack Open events this year, right? And North have usually come out on top. But then again, it was with Mertz. It was with a full lineup, not with a player. He just got into the team a couple of days back. So little surprising. I don't think those odds really reflect how this game's going to play out.
Well, only time will tell, and
time will definitely tell.
Yeah, I think time will tell, and I'm pretty sure it's time for you to tell us 3 reasons why this is going to go down the way it is by HacksGG.
Well, I already touched on this, Trace, but there's 3 reasons why this may get messy. Now, first and foremost, reason numero uno is both teams are playing loose. The reason for North is the stand-in factor of Mixwell, and we heard earlier in the interview, after Ego had won their opening match of the day, that they are taking things a little bit looser. As we move on to point number 2, I've already reiterated that point, but let's do it once more. Mixwell, he's going to be an X factor for this team. If he can get online, if he can get going with the AWP and find some opening kills, it's going to make it very scrappy and very difficult for Ago. And then we get to reason number 3. It's Friday the 13th. That's all I got for you.
Yeah, I think reason number 3 sticks out most in my mind because it's very true.
It's as true as they get.
You can't deny that.
Are you a superstitious person?
Sometimes.
You know what can fix your superstitions? Wearing Hack's GG apparel, and that's who brings you the 3 reasons why.
Couldn't have said it any better myself, Chad. Very well done. Let's go ahead and jump into predictions. Chad, we know where you land. Let's start with you, Blood.
I'm going to go with Ago for this, for the simple reason being North are playing with a stand-in, like I said, and Ago, they seem to be overall more collected right now. North seems to be kind of playing, they seem to be a little rough right now. Not the North I'm used to seeing in the past couple of months.
Do we know where I stand?
You didn't really predict anyone.
Yeah, it was pretty like...
Friday the 13th, right?
Yeah. Kind of like, who do you got, Chad?
I don't know. We're going to get back to the coin situation. Hold on a second.
Lord.
I got some more change from the coffee this morning.
Oh, lordy.
Okay, this one here is a Spanish euro, or a Spuro, as I
Heads,
call
obviously.
Spuro.
Okay, heads is North, tails is Ago. Good. Heads, North.
Okay, so Chad has North. Blair?
Ago.
Ago. And I will be the, I guess, the tiebreaker and say North are going to do it based on firepower alone.
How many maps, Trace?
3.
We're going the distance.
We're going the full distance.
Yep.
We're going for speed. Not so much violence and momentum from us, at least, but it'll be more so the guys in the servers themselves. Now, I think it's about time we also talk about our friends over at Snipe again.
Oh yeah, well I like those guys because they feature my face a lot. So you can get a digital pass for this event, you can watch all the POVs of all the players, you can select how you want to watch the game, you can look at behind the scenes content, all that kind of goodies. Just head over to the link on the bottom of your screen and eat some cake while you're at it.
Eat some cake, lay by the lake. That wasn't going to
All
go
Jake.
Let's go ahead and get into the game because I'm sure you're tired of hearing us talk. There's some Counter-Strike to be played. In fact, a best of 3 and elimination 1 at that. And, well, let's just jump right into it. We finally have the 2 that are coming to work today. It's going to be Risk and his son, Harry.
You and Harry didn't talk about your outfits. You kind of matching.
His is a little different, so if you could just...
Mine's a little bit brighter to brighten the mood. Like,
oh, that's why we brought you guys in to brighten the mood.
It real. Yeah, exactly. I mean, we sprinted here, got here nice and quick.
Yes.
We've been here since 10 a.m., haven't we, Risk?
Of course.
You are looking a little sweaty, Harry. I'm not going to lie.
It is very hot here. It's very hot in Spain.
This is
let's just go ahead and
jacket, Trace.
You guys just take it, and I'm going to go eat some sushi with Chad.
That's fair enough.
That's a good
I'm
plan.
excited heading into this one, Risk. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling this game. Like, this could go all the way down to the 3rd map. This match in general, the last 3 times these 2 teams played, it went to the 3 maps as well. And I got my boys in North for this one, but I feel it's going to be close.
Yeah, well, let's take a look. I mean, we can see Twitch chat. They're going to be agreeing with you there, Risk.
Very slightly, very slightly.
Very slightly leaning your way. Of course, last time we saw these guys play would have been at DreamHack Open Summer, and North actually sent AGO home there in the same sort of situation. It was the decider match, and North were able to prevail.
Yeah.
But AGO, they're out for revenge this time around.
2 very close maps as well. 16-13 on Train where AGO won, and then on Dust 2, North clinched it in overtime. So not a lot between these 2 teams at this point, and especially with Mixwell, of course, standing in on North, I feel like this is, yeah, Chad puts it pretty well. It's a coin toss. It's a 50-50. It's going to be very hard to predict. Pistol round stands on your screen so far in the tournament. AGO have been very good at making those pistol rounds work in their favor. We usually say if you play a best of 1 and you win both pistols, you're halfway there, but so far it's been working their way. They have been playing a lot more than North. A whole map to be exact. And now it looks like we're ready to go. Who's your player to watch for this one? I'm gonna say AC for North. Who you got for AGO?
I'm going to agree with you there, actually, on North. If AZ can keep this form up, and for AGO, for me, it's got to be my boy Snatchy. Keep your eye on him.
That's a really good pick as well. I really enjoy watching Snatchy play. Like, just the general looseness and how he can just go into a round and duel and just change the whole outcome all on his own. It's very impressive. Looks like there's some kind of... No, they're just boosting. Okay, that's fine. Boost over towards B. The terrorists are going to get full entry.
Well, there's Groovy to open up with 2 from the heavens. He's actually going to keep on going, and my goodness, Groovy. What a start from him. They're rushing to try and deny this bomb plant. They get there. The bomb does go down, just arriving a few seconds too late. Defuse will come through regardless, but North going to be happy they at least muster a bomb plant in that scenario. I think it was Mixwell who got that down just in the nick of time.
Very interesting way to play that B bomb site. They're essentially playing a very defensive, almost retake-ish kind of setup, where they have 2 players boosted over, so that will grant access to the straight bomb site, as we saw. But when Groupie's in this kind of snipe position with the P2K and he can just take them out, doesn't really matter that much. They're going to win the round anyways. Pistol will once again go to AGO, or a go, and they're now 6-1 in pistols for this tournament. That's a pretty good statistic. North on the other side. Full eco, of course. Want to get those AKs in the next one. So this should be happy, fun playtime for a go. Snatchy, of course, MP9ing it up. Seeing if he can farm some cash. Once more, I go just playing it very defensively. Only one player aggressive towards toilets. Snatcher with the MP9 and the rest just holding positions. Now PHR spots some feet and that's a full push, but can he get more than one? He can't. He will be taken out.
Well, there, AGOR, there's a good chance the bomb could go down again. They're going to get picked off, though, from afar, and they can't run the gauntlet versus these rifles. AGO going to be securing their second round here. But now the buy comes in for North. They're going to have pretty much everything they would need. Mixwell won't be on the AWP just yet. There'll be rifles across the board. And for Ego, it's going to be an attempt at the bonus round. Snatchy gets the AWP out, but everyone else keeping with their rifles, their SMGs from the rounds prior.
Just that MP9 and a FAMAS, so it's not too bad. They should be able to handle this, our Polish friends. Early smoke towards water, just to take control. I'll take map control away from the T side. Luckily for Snatchy, they're coming his way, and he's getting that first one, and now second one is close.
Well, he's going to fall after only managing one. Now Toa over here in mid could get caught out as they've already wrapped all the way through long. It's MSL to spot him. He finds himself now stuck between a rock and a hard place. MSL's going to finish him off, leaving Furlan. PHR left behind. Furlan on this flank round. Might have just made this possible now. It falls to Kirby, and oh my goodness, the range on that MP9. There you go, managed to lock in their third round on the back of this bonus. That's going to stand to benefit their economy quite nicely. Now over in the North camp, money will be low. We're likely to see a partial buy into this round, and a full one featuring in the next.
So last time these two teams played Overpass against each other was at Star Series back in May. That was a 16-13 for a go. Question is, can they replicate that and go one up in this series? Definitely know that North are good at bouncing back when they lose that first map, or it gets close. So this would be a great time for a go to get an advantage here in this best of 3. Oh, that's a nice one onto MSL. Completely deletes him. Doesn't matter if he had an AK or anything else in that situation. This time around, though, it's only pistols, so just extra style points.
Oh, easy. We know he likes the pistol round. How are they going to come in with one more? They're doing damage, and actually, now that they've found Toa, this becomes a very scary round for Ego. Bomb going to go down, and Kirby's upgraded onto this M4 that he scavenged from the bodies inside of this B bomb site. He's going to try to fight versus Furlan up in heaven. Furlan's not missing anything right now. Kirby left in a 1v2, and once again, he's going to struggle to get it done.
And that's the power of the C set right there. And the guys from Ago are probably going to be a bit anxious of how close that came to just a lost round. That was supposed to be an easy round for them, just on cruise control, but yeah, that flick is dirty. A nice attempt though from North. They get a lot of economical damage done, take a lot of weapons away from the CT side. We do see 4 out of the 5 players lingering around the $1,500 mark. So economy definitely not running rampant yet. And this is another buy round, the second one for North. Oh, Furlan, that's close.
Actually to get bailed out by one of the North players who smokes off that Molotov. But that's so much damage done early on, thinking there was a bit of a gap in the corner, and there was not. So now Ferlin, a man who's been looking good for Ego in these last few rounds. He's been brought to his knees in the opening segments of this one. Groovy even going to get tagged down to 17 as well. Both of them now dead in one shot from these AKs. Easy. Going to maintain this presence down here towards the B-bomb site. The rest of the guys now securing control of Park and mid.
Flash coming over here for MSL. That will set the start for the push on too long. And slowly but surely just clearing that, taking map control. But still keep your eyes on the bomb. That's going to be the signal of where this push is going to go. Now rotating up towards Fountain. But still not going straight in for this push. Furlan's position here will be key. He's only on 19 HP, but he can make a lot. Oh, no, when you get shot in the back by AC, you can't. Now PHR in a hard place.
In a hot place indeed, a little city called Valencia, but also up on that stage. Snatchy. The damage, but running amok in the toilets, not going to be living up to much as he goes down. Mixwell.
No time. Oh, yeah, they will get the bomb, but surely, no, okay. Go, not going to push it. They're going to play replay.
He's able to open up though. Mixwell, while he does manage the first, the trade comes in instantly. AZ and Valda left alive, but AZ's been spotted, but he takes the fight, wins it out versus Snatchy. And the second as well. AZ's firing on all cylinders at this tournament. He's looking good right now. Going to find North their first round over on this T side, and on the back of it, they've successfully brought the Ego economy down to its knees. There is one man with more than most, and that's Ferlin.
AZ not gonna pull a config and go for the knife there. Just gonna go straight for the AK kill. But yeah, I felt like they had 3 players on that bomb site behind the smokes with 10 seconds to go. I was absolutely sure this was gonna be an go round, but North snatches it away due to, I don't know, maybe miscommunication or being too slow to react to the information that they got for a go, because I'm sure in any other round they would have had that one on lockdown. Molotov for Toxic. And AZ coming in.
Yeah, he's leading the charge in to the bomb site. Going to be the first to fall, but the trade's there straight away. And this should now be a pretty clean round. Ferlin with that one M4 would love to get a bit more done. And on this rapid round, they could catch Valda off guard. Indeed, they do. He's good for 1. 2v2, and that M4 still in play. Ferlin can afford to buy the next round regardless. So it's going to be an interest to see if they go for it. Ferlin leading the charge. There's the frag on Akia. The MSL now left in on 1v2. Manages the first. No kit on Ferlin, so he's got to be quick, and he is quick indeed. Defuse going to look to come through. He's going to come down to the wire, but I think he has enough time left to grab. Indeed, he does. There you go. Going to be locking in their 5th round on the back of that force from Ferlin. There he is, the man on your screens right now, the hero of Ego in that round.
Yeah, the post-plant setup not really working out for North in this situation. Allows way too much space for Ferlin and the boys to come in. But you have to give credit where credit is due. That was a really nice play from him. Coming in, we saw the 2 frags in the replay. And now North will have a decision to make. Do we go for a very bad force here, or do we go for just a couple of C sets and then buy in the next round? We're already behind 1-5. It is the opponent's map choice, yes, but still, they're North. They should come in with a certain kind of ferocity and dominance and just say, okay, this is going to be our game. This is going to be 2-0. You have to believe in yourself. You have to have that confidence.
So far, these faster rounds haven't exactly panned out for North. It was that one round where they left it right down to the wire. Leaving the timings low must just be a Danish thing at this point in time, but
hey.
North going for the force here. I'm going to try and make it happen. Galil, AK, couple of CZs here and there as well. That's what they've got to try and make this dream a reality. And once again, they're going to turn their attention over here towards B early on.
It's a ballsy call, but let's see if it pays out. Nade coming in from PHR. Toa will take the first one. Bomb will be allowed on the bomb side, but nope, it's actually not allowed. It's just dropped in front of it. Picked up now by MSL and will be planted. So at least the plant, but can they hold post-plant? That's the question. MSL just gets naded out completely now. 2v5 hold for North.
It's AZ and the Spaniard Mixwell left to try and hold this back. AZ manages one, and to be honest, I'm surprised in that scenario he even gets that. Snatchy is on the bomb. Mixwell goes charging in, takes him off of it. You start to believe a little bit, but Furlan's in a good position to trade. So lots of damage done. There you go, still finding a sick though, and at the end of the day, a round is a round. That. Now for the side of North, that money's run low once again. This time though, they will just submit to the economic woes and go for the eco.
It's been a very impressive start from a go. This is what we wanted, is to go to 3 maps, is for this game, both teams to show what they can bring to the table, because we know the potential, especially in that a goal lineup. So many players who are on the brink of something great. Haven't quite gotten there yet. Really nice progression in the last couple of months for them, and let's see if they can finally take that best-of-3 win over North. I'll say finally. They did take one back in May, but the last 2 have gone North's way. This one should be rather easy for the Polish guys, as it's just a couple of pistols on the Danish side.
Again, we've seen these pistols pretty fruitful for a lot of teams here. This time, though, certainly not looking to be the case. AGO, or AGO rather, finding these frags early on. Of course, they play Giants on this map and were able to best them, I believe 16-2 off the top of my head. So it's been a good map for them here. North, though, on a bit of a different level of course. Ooh, speaking of being on a different level, Valencia can land that shot, but here's Toa playing the long game. Finds both the frags, and just MSL left alive. 1v3. Really don't fancy his odds here. Gonna be yet another round for the Poles. Is able to come through from the North side, but once again, they're lacking that AWP on Mixwell. He could go for it without armor, but doesn't seem worth the risk. Instead, it's going to be rifles across the board.
This is where North needs to get something done. Like, they cannot just sit around and watch out.
One, by the way, which is mental.
He's having a good game, and that's exactly like you have to at some point just stop them in their tracks. And Furlan is a big part of this go train. If North don't do anything, if they don't do something soon, then this is going to spin out of control. That's the problem. And we know that North sometimes will have this mental block of if something goes wrong, if everything goes wrong for them. It's like, it feels like they're giving up. Of course they're not, but it's a hard mental thing to kind of balance. But KRB coming in with the opening, and this is the kind of stuff they need. They need him to step it up. They need him and Valde, surely, 2 players to bring it home, but Furlan will win that duel once more, adding another frag to that scoreboard of his.
Oh, PH, great spot to do so much damage, and damage has indeed been done. Even from beyond the grave, going to drop KRB, so he's not going to be too disappointed with that one. And single-handedly, he's almost closed this round out. It falls to AZ. Had an impressive couple of performances yesterday.
There's just no way that North can allow him to get 3 frags from that position. He has to be instantly refragged the second he gets the first one, but he played it out perfectly. They missed a couple of shots, and that's just what happens then.
Wrap round from Furlan, spots AZ with the bomb on his back. Charging down towards his B-bomb site, throws in the heaven smoke. Someone's already up around it. Oh, he's done a little pivot, little twist, and while it looks nice, it does allow him to stay alive a few seconds longer. It's not going to amount to much. Right now, an 8-1 scoreline in favor of a go, and they're going to be feeling very, very good about this, especially Furlan, who, can I just say, I love his recovery within this roster. Of course, he played, if you remember, back in Kingwin with Rarlan, Sparrow, and the likes, and he was removed, right? And ever since then, now he's on what most people consider to be the best Polish team. I think statistically that might even hold true as well. So,
Robbie and Furlan, both players with major experience. Now in this goal lineup, supposed to be or are the 2 veterans with the 3 younger players around them. And we're seeing the same model with Luminosity as well, right? Like they have Steel and the two brothers and then two young players. This is the same setup, just slightly different in numbers. Here we go, North pushing in. They're gonna get another bomb plant, I feel like. Nope, bomb is still not crossed, and that's a problem because Tor can just take him out. Smoke comes in though, and this is an interesting boost, but PHR's ready.
Just boosts across the board. Kirby's double down. AZ with a dig, and now these pistols might prove fruitful once again for North. Kirby
this
retrieved an AK and now lies in wait. Are they going to be ready for him to have gone aggressive? He peeks on out, finds them both, and Kirby, 4 kills for him in that round. There he is on your screen. Said he wanted to be a star within this team. They're certainly going to need him to be. Top of the board right now. He knocks home a second round for North. Fantastic stuff.
These are the kind of plays we need him to make. First off, like, using his aim to win those 2 duels, and then using his game sense to pick the perfect position. Just read what the CTs are doing and position yourself correctly. Boost over. Sees nothing. As North are setting up very defensively. Not defensive enough, apparently. Kirby losing the duel, and Toa close to getting 2 kills already in the round. Luckily, AC bounces back. PHR's there, but AC double entry. Bomb drop, bro, and this is the problem. Valde has to retrieve this bomb now. They might have the B bomb side, but the bomb is down.
I mean, the bomb being down, that's going to cause him so many problems. Toa holding close is caught off guard by Val there, but the wrap round from Ferlin sees him tally up yet another frag. Now leaving Mixwell and AZ in the hot seat, but there we go. This lone Spaniard manages the first kill, leaving now Snatchy. It's back against the wall, and he's going to fade away from the bomb. Look to try and take a new approach, clearing out connector. Making sure that his back is clear before he commits to holding this mid position. Snatchy, a man who many people highlight as one of the stars of this team, is about to be tested. They go walking on by, and Snatchy in with the flank mid shot. And that's going to give them some time now to get into this bomb site. Look to get that bomb down. He's brought to 29 HP. I don't think we see him go for this one, especially when you think about how close these last few rounds have been. The money is not there.
That missed op shot was basically the round. The second he misses that, he has to save. It's a hard call to make, but it's a correct one in this situation. You always want to go for those 1v2s, but here it's just not viable. Save is the correct choice. Nice bounce back from North. Really important shot for Mixwell to hit as well. If they don't have that first guy removed from holding the bomb in the 2v2, it's going to be very hard to get up there and get the bomb. So nicely done. Good turnaround for North.
Yeah, we're starting to see some of that momentum come back here for the North side, a third round. And I mean, I think realistically, you really want to be looking maybe at 5-6 rounds on your T side, as you know, a pretty standard half. So they're well on their way there, especially when you consider that it was they got to win themselves the pistol and then the conversions on the Anticas as well.
North also a team who starts out slowly sometimes. We saw that against the Giants as well. They had a really bad start, but then eventually they got it together and they got back into the game. So let's hope for something more of that caliber so we can get a close game. But then again, this is the best of 3. Anything can happen over the course of 3 maps in Counter-Strike. Back in the game now. All for Snatchy, of course, saved from the last round. Rest of the team only on pistols. 1 CSAT 75. The biggest investment apart from the saved all. So Snatchy has to be the hero now.
Yeah, indeed he does. Once again, another missed shot rallying out from him. This time, you know, was a harder shot to hit. I'm going to try and clear out connector. Toa waiting on the stairs, CZ in hand, perfect angle for it. MSL is going to get digged up, but still able to find the kill. Brought down to his knees, though, in the process. And now they've got control of this avenue of the map. PHR goes aggressive down towards short, and that's going to free up these rotations now from Furlan and Groovy. It's Snatchy probing into the toilets, trying to find something for Ager to hold on to in this round.
Being very aggressive with that orb. Now rotating back, just seeing if he can find something. He has a teammate with him, but here is PHR, picks up the first one. That's MSL, who was low, but still alive, dinks another one.
Rotations have come in towards this B-bomb site. Time is fleeting for North, but the headshots are rolling in. It's Furlan grabbing that AWP and now looks to run for the hills and hold on to it. North going to be finding a fourth. They managed to keep 4 players alive as well, unless they do opt to go hunting for the lone Furlan.
Yeah, for the guys of Ago, this is not a bad result. They even get another kill, so 2 weapons removed, bring the AWP into the next round. This round was basically a non-investment. So not the worst of days. The problem is now that North are getting some momentum, as you mentioned before. They're slowly getting back in it. 4 rounds on the table, building some economy. See if they can take it close. Would like to get the remaining rounds of this first half. Valde shot down as well, and that's 3 weapons removed. Very nicely done, and North have to be kind of kicking themselves here.
I definitely didn't need to give that much away. On the upside, at least. The round is most definitely around. They have 4 to their name right now. And you can see those odds have closed in a lot since the start of this match.
Let's see if someone will peek his way. He needs to hit a shot. It's been off for the last couple of rounds. But now with the buy behind him, the rest of his team on full weapons. He's gonna rotate back, okay. Gonna give map control over to North as he is playing just 1 rotator on that A-bomb site. That's probably the best choice. Playing more conservative, just holding a more defensive angle. Rotation coming in now from one of the CTs. But still, North are going towards the opposite bomb site.
Well, quick double from PHR. Surgical precision. Could rename himself to PhD with how much of a doctor he's been. Removing these players over towards short. They've retrieved the bomb at least. North going to go rotating back up over here towards mid, where they will be tested once again. They have Snatchy to try and get past, although he's missed a couple of sitters today. Oh, he holds this A-bomb site alone, and rotation does come in from Furlan. A shot initially from Snatchy, looks to go back for it. North all progressing through the short position, and once again another shot missed. Snatchy, this is your 3rd now. You've had a lot of opportunities, and Mixwell certainly does not miss. Furlan from behind the truck has his teammates rotating in support. There's a wrap coming in as well from Toa, and that's going to be the thing that could shut this whole round down. It's Mixwell alone. 8 seconds left on the clock. Players all around, and PHR gonna get rid of him. Will be a 9th round for. There you go. And on the back of it, and as a consequence of trying to hunt down that AWP in the round previous, North now cannot field the buy.
Timeout being taken. Ave, the guy behind them, the coach, minds the collective force of North. What's the play here? Communication going through. MSL with a few words. They've had something to say as well. And yes, this is an uphill struggle for them. They're playing on the map choice of Ago, and stuff isn't really going the way that they necessarily want it to go, but they're not far off. They're not completely being demolished. We can still get 6 rounds out of this first half, which would be okay. Don't go for the force here. This is the 2nd time in this half that they've gone for a force bite. 3 C-sets, an AK, and an AWP on Mixwell. The flash, PHR takes down AZ. It's already now into trouble territory. Can the AK be picked up? Mixwell opening.
These flashes are perfect. Look at how long they've held North back for with the flashbangs alone. Kirby manages the first kill, but Toa and PHR clawing themselves back into this round. And PHR, the gift that keeps on delivering, will be shut down by Kirby. He's only got 1 bullet left. He's all out of ammo and has to desperately try and retrieve something else to fight with here. The site was rife with weapons, but he wasn't able to grab one in amongst the fray. Do keep an eye on Kirby. He's only got 1 bullet in that CZ. One in the chamber.
So Toa now completely changes his position. Kirby also waiting. You can kind of see Kirby just looking at that 1 bullet. Toa. Will they find him? No, not this time around either. Now Kirby looking to pick up a weapon here. Give himself a better chance to get this 1v1 done. Has to plan on this bomb site, has to plan it now. So it will be the post-plant 1v1. Toa now knows this is on the B bomb site. Has the kit, so this is still possible. Very much so.
Rotation coming in. Bomb down. Middle of the site planted for Kirby. He's just going to hold his ground, doesn't want to give anything up. Toa's the man under pressure, under the clock. And Kirby peeks out, whiffs initially, but is able to correct it in time, and that's going to be North finding themselves a 5th round. Once again, a monstrous performance from Kirby necessary to do it. I believe the reasoning for a lot of these have come down to him. I think 3 rounds off the top of my head spring to mind where Kirby's had to kind of find, you know, at least 3 or 4 kills for them to secure it. Feeling like he's missed a 4K right now. And on the back of that win, they've reset the economy of Ago. So it's a force in the last round of the half and a chance for North to muster up 6 rounds, which is pretty good when you think about the fact this was 8-1 at one point in time in favor of the Poles. North have done a great job of pulling this back.
Let's see, AZ through the fence will get 1. That's Toa gone down. Trying to go for some information early on. Or will be shut down completely, Snatchy. Aggressive positioning as well. With the 5-7. Of course, a gentleman not using the CZ-75. I can appreciate that. That's on point. But we'll get flashed out eventually. So 1 for 1. As he sees the bomb, but can't be sure where that's going. 3 CT players still remaining. Nice one from Furlan. Once again, deletes MSL. Straight to the face. Now 3v3. Still definitely doable for the Ago side, but Mixwell now. Stand in from Spain. What kind of difference can he make here? Only 1 player posted up close to them. Groovy coming in from behind. He's going to be allowed to sneak in behind them with only 22 seconds to go. That could be the round win right here. 1 for 1 once again. The round lives on.
Sadly wasn't the bomb he was able to find. PHR tried to deny the bomb plant, and he has the bombs down. 10 seconds, and Valde now under pressure, has to try and find both these kills, and
there's no time.
He manages that, but yeah, there is no time. Groovy on 1 HP. All he has to do is stay alive. And on the back of PHR, monstrous play from him. It's going to be a 10th round secured at the very end. Little smirk there. Valde looking pretty devastated after that.
Yeah, it was a correct choice. Pushing through that Molotov, see if you can take the bomb planter down. If you do it, you win the round, basically. If you don't, then it's still okay. Yeah, we had a CZ-75 Deagle round. You're not really counting on winning those. Nicely done from Ago to kind of end this little comeback of momentum for North. 10 rounds on their first half is still fine. Definitely a big chance for them to take their home map down in this best of 3.
Wow. Second half about to be underway, of course. Braga, a 10-5 half might seem decent, but you realize they were 8-1 up at one point in time, and the scale of this comeback from North then becomes apparent. Moving into the CT side now, pissed around is all it takes for North to start to propel themselves back into this map. You know, coming off the back of a first place at DreamHack Open Tour, they don't want to be making an early group stage exit here in Valencia. Kirby holding on to mid, players coming his way. Valder able to find the first. They're going to start to pressure onto him now, and he needs the support from Kirby. Kirby falls, MSL gets tested. Mixwell comes rotating in a position down towards the toilets, now has the pressure onto the top of connector, and they're going to try and deal with him. Grouping up, it's Ferlin and PHR to pressure the lone Spaniard off the angle. He's now taken up position at long, waiting for AZ on this rotation, and AZ fancies himself as a bit of a USP god. He does good damage. It's Mixwell to peek in from long, and now Ferlin with the bomb down, 1v2. And it's ticking on down. It's now North on the clock, but 5 HP. AZ going to finish this round off, and North, they lock in a 6th, and now have a chance of making this game competitive.
Pissed around in the back now and looking to convert at least the next one for free. The bomb gone down, so it means the AKs will be coming in a bit earlier than we usually see. But surely this next one should be a cakewalk for North. Get to 7. Maxwell on the MP9. Might need to spare so he can get that AWP for the next round. And I really like that. When you know that your opposition are going to go for that early AK buy, then plan out your economy so you're sure that you can get an AWP against it as well. Fallon trying to go for the wall bang. Gonna hit it.
One thing I think that's going to see AGO start to struggle a bit is Snatchy, a man that a lot of people highlight as being you know, one of the big players within this team. And you know, you wouldn't need him to step up to go toe-to-toe with someone like Mixwell. As we've seen, he hasn't really been hitting his shots. He's mustered up 2 kills in the last 10 rounds. So definitely going to need to see a recovery from him. This round should be all said and done with just a Deagle and a PT50. There's not much of a way back in for AGO. Mixwell farming up money with that MP9, wants to try and bring his AWP out early as possible over here on the CT side. I'd say it's been fairly instrumental to their success. The first round they were able to get back on North side was, you know, on the back of some success with him AWPing, and it feels like whenever he's had it, they been finding openers, finding these advantages. There is no escaping it, though. The real star right now of North is Kirby.
Yeah, as he should be. Always nice to see this guy. Like, I still remember a couple of years back before he got picked up into Astralis. Mr. Babyface was racking up tournaments locally in Denmark, and he came out of almost nowhere to a pretty high level in a very short amount of time. And his story has been an interesting one to follow, and it's almost like he's grown up with the game. And now he's at least trying to be the star of a top 10 team in the world. Sometimes he definitely is, but at other points, not so much. He still needs that consistency in performance. So I feel like that's the one thing that's holding him back from everyone saying, okay, yeah, this is going to be the man for North. This is going to be the team now. When he adds that to his big skill set, then I feel like he can go anywhere.
Wow. He might be about to get tested. He's currently aggressive down towards toilets, is Kirby. And there is a mass of AGO players building up over here at long.
Interesting that Mixwell didn't go for the AWP this time around, but they're going to go for the bonus round instead. Let's see if that's going to be a problem. Going to go for the more conservative play and save their money. Boost not going to be coming in, but another smoke is.
Easy. Able to find one, and the second will finally get toppled by Furlan. Toa turns around, but Mixwell's there with the MP9. He swings on in, 5 seconds left, there's no time left. Furlan's gonna manage 1 second, trying to hunt down Kjaerbye, but Kjaerbye hides away. And North, they muster up an 8th round. It was the bonus round from them.
And even though it came down to the effectively 1v1 in the end, North are going to be very happy with this. They had an MP9 and an MP7, and they still held on against the 4 buy of a go. That means now Mixwell can get the orb. It's going to be the 4th buy from a go. They're now looking good. Even though they're only 2 rounds behind, momentum is definitely on their side. They're on the CT side as well. Let's see, full push from Ego. Valde and AC and MSL all in unison, just plowing them down. This is not the Virtus plow, but it's a different Danish model.
At least we do get to see the buy come back in from Ego, but I mean, North looking so good in these last few rounds.
Funnily enough, AC's creeping up there. He's on 18 frags right now. It's kind of a sleeper. You don't really see him get the big clutch plays, or apart from yesterday, of course. But yeah, he's getting frags left, right, and center. And Valde through the smoke, fully flashed as well, picks up the double in this buy round from a go, and this is a big difference to make early. And is he going to get the 3rd one as well? Very close to doing so. Inches away. Snatchy takes down Kjaerbye. Furlan will go down eventually. Now it's all on Snatchy. Him against the world. MSL will be the first one to go down, but not the second. Valde triples up and ties the game up as well, 10-10. Momentum, money, all on the side of North right now. Lock a bit as well. And now just CZs for the terrorists of a go.
It's going to be in their heads. I mean, this was a very dominant performance early on. As we say, they were 8-1 up at one point in time over on the side of a go, and now North to finally equalize things at 10-10. Mixwell holding off the toilets. Not going to be tested just yet, but there is PHR and Toa down and connector that could look to route up through. In an MSL. Not quite rise to the occasion over at Long. That's an M4 gained for Groovy.
That was very close to a mistake from AC. We'll see the first one. They're all now coming into the bomb side. Turns around, only gets the first one though. 3v3 low HP on a go.
Yeah, it does quite well to stay alive that long in that sort of situation with players wrapping around from either side. Valde able to deny the bomb plant, and that's the thing that should cement this round for the North side. Groovy left with that one scavenged M4 from the body of MSL earlier on in the round.
Also very important that, yes, they win the round here, but also deny the bomb plant. No extra money is going to be coming to a go. Potentially with that bomb plant, they could have gotten an AWP and full utility. This time around, they're going to be, if they want an AWP, one player is going to miss utility. Valde finishes it. Another double from him. Getting up there on the scoreboard. And now there's a little bit more reason to smile in the North camp. Things are going their way now, and not looking good over in the other booth. So go now. This has to be the round. They have gotten an AWP, and it's not on full utility. It's actually just missing 1 flashbang and 1 Molotov, so it's not the worst in the world. We'll flash back North, and now Toa coming in. Almost gets the spray done. Oh no, we'll get it in the end.
Valde's still waiting on the other side of this smoke. I'll have to try and trade back his fellow teammates that fell around him. Flash goes through. He's actually going to catch that Incendiary though, and now it falls at his feet. They're going to hear it target him down, but on his escape, he does drop Groovy. It's easy. Man who's looked very, very crisp and clean for North thus far. Players coming in from all sides. A double peek between Furlan. Yeah, Charnet stack kill, and the Molotov going to miss its shot denying the bomb plant.
That was just a couple of inches too deep into the bomb side now. PHR getting some help done, and Furlan takes down MSL, and that's a successful round. Bounce back from their goal. Just when we thought North had the momentum and everything on their side, the pause to say, we're not pushovers. Gonna get back into this game now. Also nice timing on the double flank push onto AC. The second the first guy died, both players peeked from 2 different angles, ensuring that no matter what, he was going to get down. Making it very hard for AC to do anything in the situation. And also the way that they're controlling this kind of early mid pressure that North has put in. Abby going out towards long, but they have that already down. Echo very good at controlling this early parts of the map. And MSL also challenging towards Snatchy. I kind of feel like maybe they should go for a more conservative approach. When they go are just going so wildly for this. Let them waste their utility, play more defensive angles. You know you have Mixwell on the AWP. He's almost making an argument for me right now. AC's on point as well, on the bomb site, making sure that those flames cannot hit him.
We go barreling on in into the waiting arms of AZ. Not good for much though. He falls at the first hurdle. Mixwell, 3 kills to his name right now. Certainly has the support of the crowd behind him. Wants to try and get more work done. And Mixwell, a 4th, has to ace it if North want to hold on to this round. Toa misses the opportunity. He's given Mixwell a means back in, and you can't afford to do that. Mixwell on with the ace, and that there's going to be the round going the way of North. 12-11.
Oh, that miss spray with the AK. That's heartbreaking. Let's see the no-scope and the scope show here from Mixwell. Very nicely done. 4K in this round. And this is the last one. Let's see if we can get it. Well, not the last one there. This is the last one. Ah, that's nice. I love a good no-scope, Harry. Don't you as well?
Can't leave anyone who doesn't risk. Everyone's a big fan. Just one mouse button required for Mixwell. And over in the side of, there you go. Gone for the force once again, but I mean, I think you're definitely going to have that missed spray on the back of your mind. You know, you were 1 bullet away from locking in that round, and really it was gifted to you on a silver platter. Can't afford to dwell on the past too much if you are Aga, but you feel like they are right now. I mean, this was very much their game to give away, and they've certainly started to do that. Mixwell, he's feeling warmed up. He's looking rejuvenated. He keeps doing the damage in these rounds. It was a slow start from him. PHR has actually found a double down here towards this B bomb site, and that's their means back into this round. If he calls that B's clear, this rotation could come through, but the bomb's already all the way down long, and North, they find themselves trapped. Down in connector, Mixwell brought to his knees. Kierby. Here's that bomb going down, and he decides to piece on out along with Mixwell. If they hold on to this, they can... He could elect to force buy around it. There's not really any money left in the North camp. It's going to be interesting to see what the decision becomes in the next round. There you go, we'll be finding the equalizer, so tying it back up at 12-12 in spite of a strong start in this round from North.
And maybe just put 2 players with weapons on that A bomb side and then let some pistols stack on B. If they go for a B hit, just straight up save. Let's wait and see. One thing to note as well from Mixwell, in that first half, he was at 50 ADR on average over the whole first half. In the second half already, he's around 110, 113. So a big difference in how he plays. And that also shows you that when he gets this AWP and when he can hold the more kind of defensive angles and just wait for someone to walk into his crosshair, this more kind of turret style of AWPing, then he is really worth his weight in gold. He's been proving that. 12-12. Anyone's map at this point. Go have to be a bit fearful. Because if they lose this, then we go over to the map choice of North, which is Inferno. And the possibility of a 2-0 becomes real. We had our shares of 2-0s today already. You could say that that last one caught us a bit off guard, Harry.
It definitely did, but...
D2, man. VP. What's going to happen?
Yeah, that's an interesting topic, actually, you know, the Virtus Pro state of affairs right now.
That's a guy who knows his focus. I feel like he's staring into my soul right now. He was.
I think he's sending a message to all, I mean, in particular to all the Danes out there. That's why I think you felt it more than I did.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't that affected, but he's definitely looking to try and keep on scaring North the same way he had early on. Although the only thing I will say is, for AGR, I mean, they've definitely lost that. They had so much momentum behind them. They were in, you know, the kind of minds of North. You could really tell that everyone was feeling pretty down over in the North booth. And I was going to say there's smiles all around. Of course, they're not the most emotional of human beings, the Danes. But
well, you're not wrong.
you know, cold and calculated as ever. Man on your screen, Kirby, he's been doing boatloads of damage over on the north side. But as you kind of mentioned earlier on, it's been AZ and now recently Valdez starting to rise up the ranks in this game.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, that used to be one of the problems from North, that you would only have 1 or 2 players stepping up. But right now, everyone apart from MSL, which is, he's the in-game leader, that's how it is, especially the way that he in-game leads. All the 4 other players are sitting 18, 20, 20, and 21 frags. That's a pretty good frag distribution between those 4. Everyone's contributing. Of course, still some pauses going on, but we're back in the game now, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for the wait. MP9, MP7, CSET 75 on MSL, so they're buying into this. Had some time to think about it, spent that well. Question is, will it pay off? Mixwell on top of the smoke, Kirby on an aggressive position, but will be snatched away and brought to his death. Very defensive setup from a go. Bomb dropped all the way down near T-spawn. So they're expecting this aggression from North. Almost like they've seen it in a demo, seen it in another game, and knowing that this is what they like to do in these kinds of situations. Mixwell, nice shot onto Furlan, evening out the scores.
He's anticipating this re-peek in from Snatchy. Has support from MSL over in mid, and MSL is going to keep on creeping forward. Groovy is waiting and homing down the angle. They smoke this off to cross back and dodge the bullet from Mixwell.
Bomb is rotating over. Balde is in an aggressive position here. Not the best position with an MP9 on that mid-range, but now we'll rotate back and hold a more conservative angle. AGO now slowly creeping in towards this bomb site. AC and Valde, what can they do?
Let's find out. DHR leading the charge. Between them, they found so much. It all falls on a Snatchy. And he's 1v2. Valde on the short position. Doubling down at the very end. Going to put North back in the lead. 13-12. And once again, just to reiterate, for those of you who are just joining us, this was 8-1 up at one point in time in favor of AGO. So this is a monstrous turnaround here from North. Things are quickly heading south for the Poles. And I mean, as it stands, they're the only Polish blood left here. So kind of desperate to keep on representing their nation for the rest of this event. And of course, it's all on the line in this elimination. Three deciding. Mixwell double down. Oh my goodness, he's fully blind, but he's still putting up numbers. Mixwell's absolutely incredible. Oh my goodness. Look at him go, the ace for Mixwell. Doing it in front of the Spanish crowd as well. Little smile from him. What a way to find a 14th round for North. That is going to boost his confidence through the roof. Look at these shots. The first 2 come in. I mean, these are reasonably standard, right? And then fully blind on that one there. And then the quick flick round to long. He's doing everything right now for North.
How to handle a couple of pistols. 101 by Mixwell himself. On point with the open. We've mentioned this before. We talked a lot about it. Of course, he's just a stand-in for this event for North, but this is him putting up a really, really good argument for teams to enlist him in their service. Definitely making a good show here. Another one goes down, and yes, this is just pistols. This is even less investment than the round before, but he's just so on point, and Kirby will go down. Maxwell trying with the P250, and he will succeed in that as well. Is this something this man cannot do, Harry?
Right now, it's certainly, you know, looking like, no, he can do pretty much everything.
And then the smiles are coming out. North now on 15. They know that they've
You really have to highlight that, don't you? You're like, look, see, look, we do
We
smile.
show emotion sometimes.
Nah, it's Eds aren't here. It's the Finns that are the real emotionless ones. That's where they get you. That's how they're so good. But Mixwell holding on to mid. It's going to get flashed off the angle, so they give that up. But North, they need one more round to close this map out here and now. Take the 1-0 lead. Easy trying to hold down this B-bomb site. Going to have players coming his way. Falls at the first hurdle. It falls down to Valde. On short to do what he can and keep them in this. Only good for one. Kirby, Mr. Shaky Aim arrives and does fall short. It's MSL, the brains. Now has to step up and be the brawn behind North. And he's pulled it back into a one-on-one. Has to go toe-to-toe.
Yeah, you heard the footstep there. Toa's gonna push it. Oh, that's so close. He will die to the fire, but it doesn't matter. The round still goes to a go. Another round on the board for them. It's getting ever closer. Timeout.
I mean, for Ego, it's going to be pretty tense tonight. This is their tactical pause, of course. You can see it on the screen right now, and I think justifiably so. They need 2 more rounds to haul this through to overtime. This was their map pick. This was the map the 16-2 Giants on earlier today. They were 8-1 up on it versus North on their CT side. Now North stand at map point here. 15-13. Now the one silver lining is that if Ego pick this round up, North will be force buying into round 30. So you give yourself a good chance of finding overtime if you win this round. There is so much on the line for the Poles. Of course, next map picker North, that's Inferno, a map we know they're very proficient on. There is so much riding on this one round. Because with it, they can bring the North economy to its knees. And it's going to be a slow burning round from Ego. Not rushing anywhere fast, not looking to go walking into any stacks, instead waiting to see if North try and take an aggressive stance anywhere. And indeed they have. MSL and Kirby both over here in toilets. Might get discovered by Toa as he edges their way. Only has the Galil to work with. MSL's holding the angle and he's going to win that initial fight.
Let's see if it forces a rotation from Valde. No. Seems like he's staying, so still 3 players on the speed bomb side. And looks like that's where the bomb is heading, but Mixwell gets a tad too aggressive and Furlan will take him out. So still 4v4 AC on the back of this. Not going to be successful. Neither is Valde, only takes 1. And now 2v3.
And if you're North, you could even make the excuse to save here. You won't have anything into the next round if you don't. They're going to try and go for it initially. MSL, though, misses the spray on a Snatchy, and for Kirby, that's enough. He's made his decision. He's going to back away. Ego carry us through to a 14th round. We're going to go the full 30 rounds here, Risk.
Yeah.
Let's not forget, I mean, one of these teams at the end of this will be heading home.
That's how it went last time around. These two teams had a first map in the best of 3 here at DreamHack Open. That was on Dust 2, but that also went to OT. 22-20 was the result on that. That was North winning out.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, in overtime, you still have to look at North as the favourites there, just having that more seasoned roster, I guess you could say. I mean, that said, Ego do have those 2 kind of more experienced players, as you say, mixed in with the young bloods, and you know, not to mention the fact that even the younger guys, Snatchy, Toa, PHR, they've all played with this roster for quite some time, right? They're very familiar to being in this sort of situation, so maybe not the sort of impact you'd usually expect it to have. But
this is either where we go to OT, Harry, or when North takes map 1.
Well, Riss, you want to break down this buy over on the North side for us? I'll get that up on my screen for you. You can take a little look at it right now, because it's not going to be too great.
Okay, so going to give you guys a little sneak peek, even though you can't see it on the screen right now. North are on 2 MP7s, 1 CZ75, a FAMAS, and of course the saved M4. Obviously, a go on full AK setup. They might even be able to get an AWP on Snatchy if they want to. So this has to be a monumental round for North. They have to go out of their way to bring the pain. Snatchy will get that AWP. This is hard times in Denmark.
Very little in terms of utility as well from North. That's going to make them vulnerable into the latter stages of this round.
I like the setup though. Putting a lot of emphasis on mid and connector. We'll leave long open.
And it is
where they're going to go.
Yeah, it's open indeed. Open for business. Rhaego, they go charging on up. They're going to get this for free. Kirby, he's quite thankful that no one's down in mid, although he is about to have a lot of players come his way. Flash themselves into the toilets and every single person walking the way of Kirby. But no, the timing's perfect. Kirby, there's so many there, but he's only good for one. Tries to bide his time, tries to make the trigger discipline, rather, work for him. Now the rotation's coming through. We're going to see this go 4 on 4. The bomb crossing into this bomb site. Flash through for Valde. There we go. Valde's lined up 2 kills, and AZ's on position on truck to mop up 1 more. It's PHR. Trying to keep Ajo in this map. Finds the first kill, and AZ still hiding away, still biding his time, but he's going to do it in North. 16 to 14. They take their time towards the end, but they finally close this map out. 8-1 down at one point in time, and now they emerge victorious here on the map pick of Ago.
Such a relief for the boys here in Mixwell as well. Oh, just have to feel gutted. Felt like they had that, but in the end it was taken away from them. So the boys from the north, and of course one southern brother in Mixwell, will take that first map. And now it's on to Inferno, which is the map pick of North. So they're looking good for a 2-0 here.
And I mean, what a performance from Mixwell. I mean, you know, coming into this event as the stand-in, you know, he gets to play in front of that home crowd, and he had a very slow start. You know, it wasn't, you know, quite the impact he wanted to have. Very rarely got to see him on the AWP as well, if you remember. Being 8-1 down, their economy was never that great. But he finishes with 27 kills, top of the board for North. And when you think about, you know, how strong everyone else was doing early on, you had Kirby with some fantastic performances. The fact he's able to rise to the top just shows, you know, as a testament to how strong he was.
Yeah, definitely. The players are going to take a small break, get some fresh air, and then they're going to be back on Inferno. And so are we. See you then.